Charles Manson, hippie cult leader and one of America's most renowned serial killers. In prison for 4 decades for multiple murders, he died last night in hospital of natural causes at the age of 83. He was denied parole on a number of occasions, but spoke openly from behind bars.
I'd take this book and beat you to death with it, and I wouldn't feel a thing.
In a high-profile case that shook Los Angeles, Manson was found guilty of murdering 9 people over a 5-week period in the summer of 1969. He didn't carry out the killings himself, instead ordering his cult followers known as the Manson family to do so on his behalf. The targets, the rich and famous. His motive, to start a race war.
In a scene described by one investigator as reminiscent of a weird religious rite, 5 persons, including actress Sharon Tate, were found dead at the home of Miss Tate and her husband, screen director Roman Polanski.
Sharon Tate was 8 months pregnant when she was stabbed to death at her Hollywood home, along with 4 of her friends. The night after, 2 more victims, a supermarket executive and his wife. And while in prison, Manson was found guilty of 2 more. As the years went on, the world's fascination with him continued to grow.
Believe me, if I started murdering people, there'd be none of you left.
Professor David Wilson is a criminologist specialising in serial killers. He says Charles Manson is like no other.
He had an aura about him, something that suggested that he was persuasive, messianic, and could engage relatively intelligent middle-class women to become part of his so-called family.
Over the years, Charles Manson's life and murders have been well documented.
I'm Charlie Manson.
This series, brought out 2 years ago, a sign that interest will sure to continue after his death. It marks the end of an era of peace and love in 60s America. His brutal murders, many will never forget. Catherine Nash, 5 News.